This is a theme song.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Take it away.
Oh boy!
Here we go.
Take
Take it away, Ernie.
We are welcome back to Don't Expect Anything. The pot. Oh shit! I was supposed to have
More
come.
like the
It's supposed to-
podcast.
What I want
Yeah.
is a sweet ass
What do you want?
catchphrase.
What you want?
No, I can't. It can't be copyrighted. And also, it doesn't have anything to do with the podcast. Well, Don't Expect Anything. What you want?
Baby, I got it.
Oh, that's pretty good.
What you need?
We just broke every window.
But yeah, it's worth it for those fucking
Even
sparkling.
the window.
Oh, you know, can we do this? I know it's on the
Yeah.
spot last minute, boys, but why are you laughing?
Calling us boys just doesn't seem right.
I don't
We are but men.
Sorry, I forgot what age.
Hey, alright, boys, just gonna go out and bang it. That's you, you say.
Can you intro this podcast in my style and then hit him with a singing
Your
catchphrase?
style is intense.
Like that explains the podcast?
Oh, boys!
Wait,
That's
no.
To my left.
No, I'm
You can't
we need a
stop me.
silence. We need a silence for it to start, and I'll count you in.
All right.
I was perfectly ready. You just started laughing already. Oh boy, it's that time of the week again. Don't expect anything. Welcome back for another week. Right in front of me.
Whoa, you need. I know what the one part I need you to do. Was that it? Was that it?
What?
The sweet catchphrase that summarizes the
I was
podcast.
gonna do it like a rap, and I was gonna be like, "Let's get into it." How's it? Say the catchphrase. I was gonna
I
intro
just
you guys.
need the
Oh, okay.
and then the
Take
catchphrase.
me.
I was doing the shouting part where I shouted.
Right.
Sluts, butts, and sticky nuts.
Oh.
Welcome to.
See, like that. That's great.
That's a good one.
I mean, it doesn't have anything to do, but I like it as a catchphrase.
Well, what
Like
what
to my
has
right.
to do with nothing? Anything?
Well, no.
Don't expect.
Joshua, call an ambulance! He's having a stroke.
One half of his face is just like to slide downwards.
Does it smell of toast?
It looks like a, like
Oh,
a,
the
like
toast
a
is
Peruvian landslide. That was a tragedy, really.
Everything's in Paris.
Why do you make me laugh at
The
that?
kaleidoscope.
All right, let me see if I can zing. Josh, you want to zing one?
Yeah, I'll
in?
sing one.
First
Zing,
thing of the
zing.
putty.
All right, go.
I have nothing, but don't expect anything. That's it.
Are you okay, dude?
I'm trying.
I have nothing.
I have nothing, which is the equivalent of what you should be expecting of us right now at this table.
Let me-
No. Imagine a box. Inside that box,
Maybe a cat.
it may not be a cat. Just don't expect anything.
All right,
No, that was lame.
that was
All right.
It wasn't lame. It was just scary.
Oh boy, it is that time again, and we're back with the Don't Expect Anything podcast, where if you expected something, you're a goddamn stooge.
You're an idiot.
That was the one.
Sitting ahead of
Why'd you
me.
even come
Whoa,
here?
whoa! I want to introduce
No, I'm
you.
taking
guys.
over. I'm
Whoa,
taking
whoa,
over.
whoa.
I'm
And
taking
again?
over. This is a mutiny.
Remember when last
By
time?
me, Hugh.
Really?
It's another
It's
Hugh.
mutiny! And it's the mutiny too.
I'm annoyed.
Electric Boogie Hugh.
Ballet.
I'm annoyed that it's happening, but I love the name. But boss, Coach, before we get
No,
started,
call me Coach.
Coach, before we get started,
Thank you.
can I try a zinger off the top of my head, and then you can
A
do
zinger burger from KFC
KFC,
for $4.99.
yeah.
Yeah. Can I try a little?
I don't know if they're selling
That
them anymore.
supercharger
We can try
sauce?
that.
You know, introduce us, Coach, and then we'll get in later.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
talking about like the zinc. Okay.
My two pupils this week, learning the physical education that they need to sustain themselves and live in the modern world. Ahead of me, it's a man who excels at everything, but particularly beach volleyball. Who knew? It's Joshua Gruddick.
You just spilled it.
The second you said he excels at everything. He excels at everything. I expelled liquid all down my mouth.
Yeah, but you did it unlike I've ever seen a man do it before.
Oh,
And that's why I love it. You're
Just
setting
slob
you're
it
setting a
down.
high bar and
I
taking it
didn't even
real
have to think
far.
about it really. I wasn't thinking at all.
Yeah, that's obvious.
To my right. And he's in the right. In more ways than one. Morally, socially, and when it comes to the pussy, it's Jerry Costa.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you,
You're welcome.
Sensei.
He's a bit to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys lean to the right or
Yeah.
left?
He's conservative with that puss.
Do you
Oh, I lean to the left, curve to the right.
lean to the left, curve to the right?
That's
Think
exactly
about it
what he
too
said.
hard.
Yeah,
You
I
had to
was.
slow it down for some
Yeah,
of
it was. I have to wrap my head around it. and my lips.
You have to wrap your head around it.
Is that your move?
I have to wrap my I get my neck.
You
and
just your jaw dislocate
Yeah.
and you just devour
You have to what your head around it?
Yeah. This is a story about how I suck dick.
Good call.
Fucking cut her off at the knees, boys. Cut her off at the knees. Coach is
Oh, what a
taking
great
control.
episode. So
For this week, we're picking a little topic. What's the worst thing you've done to another person?
Whoa, getting real deep, coach.
Getting real.
Oh, this is a question I had at the bar the other day. It's slightly related. Like, have you stolen things? Like, what was the last thing you remember stealing? Besides, like, the checkout.
Yeah, I stole a Mars bar in
That's
Hungary
true,
once.
yeah.
That was fun. Accident.
You stole a Mars bar because you were hungry.
I
Why's he laughing?
stole a Mars bar in Hungary.
Oh!
in Budapest.
in the country
I just
of
walked out.
Hungary.
I put a Mars bar in my pocket, and then I walked out. I felt a bit.
I'm so attracted to you right now.
Yeah.
they're cool.
I stole from someone.
We'll
Look,
get to this, like,
this actually one of the
Do you
things
have
I
one?
remember stealing from another person.
yeah.
So do you remember? It was years ago. I was a kid. Do you remember McDonald's? Yeah, the little toy. You remember when the toys used to be great?
The Happy
Happy
Meal
Meal
toys were so
toys.
Yeah.
good at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
so
just
I
some plastic
so
Chinese.
Like Yowie toys and stuff.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah.
my sister and I stole from a family friend.
What was a team effort?
It was a
Oh,
team
I
effort.
like that. That's
The Neopets.
Oh,
the,
yeah.
the,
Oh,
the
God.
plush
Oh,
little
Just
Neopets.
reminded me, team effort stealing. We're at our at our school camp. We went on this big long school camp. We went for 4 weeks.
Jesus.
Holy
Christ.
shit! When was
We'd
this?
come home. It was
Was it
year
the-
9. We'd come home like on the weekends and come back. We'd go back out.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So for
Far out.
yeah.
That's a long
So,
time.
so for one quarter.
You know how long
of the
that's
year-
I went to
No,
backpacking
no.
for in Europe? You know I did that? I went traveling by myself. Just
Oh, what's happening?
ladies.
Wait, what's happening? He was in the
How
middle
many
of a
shirts?
story.
How many
I
shirts?
just-
No,
Did I just-
I'm interested in how many shirts were you
I
wearing?
just started putting it out there and say, yeah. I'm well traveled.
Oh.
Call me. Back to Josh.
I legitimately thought I blacked out for a second.
And now we're
Because he
back.
started responding to you, and I was like, oh shit, he must have finished his story. I didn't listen.
We're pretty
No,
confusing.
4 weeks.
Yeah.
To this place. It's called Santa
I went
Monica.
for 4 months.
No, well,
It's pretty chilled.
Coach, you'll get your turn. It's time for Josh to
I
speak.
sank a lot of food.
Anyway, they broke us up into these groups, into 4 groups.
You're Kobe.
There was about, I'd say, maybe 90 of us. They broke us up into
Whoa.
4 groups. And we'd have a rotational roster of doing chores at different places. So
Was this a camp or indentured servitude?
This was camp, but we just had to like do our part, like clean the kitchens and stuff.
Yeah,
because they're
okay,
making
okay.
food for us and crap. Actually, different groups would actually be making food, and other groups would clean
Okay,
up, and
that's kinda cool.
some
It's
would clean up like other
inclusive.
areas, right?
Hmm.
So we managed to coordinate. Like I think it was like the second or third week, we managed to start coordinating stealing chocolate from the pantry.
Oh,
And
this
we,
is
yeah,
this is
it was
great.
real fun because like one person would take the chocolate, another person would be sweeping outside, so they'd pass it to someone who could pass it to them at the door, and then that person who's sweeping outside would pass it to someone from another group who was cleaning another area, but they
It's
had
like-
to take the trash out near there, so because the trash was like the back of the kitchen.
It's like the Great Escape.
It's like a Rube Goldberg of people just to smuggle out a few fucking Milky Ways.
We got like 1 bar of chocolate out, and and one or
Split
two
it
bars-
between 55
90.
people.
Yeah, and we get back to the lounge after we're all done, and like there's still half the chocolate left for the people who are still in the kitchen area. Yeah, it
Oh,
was real fun.
that's the best part
That's
of the story.
love, right
That story
there.
was
That's
great,
wonderful.
but that's really nice because they take the risk.
Yeah, it wasn't even about the chocolate; it was just about stealing stuff. It's really fun.
It's about
There's
friendship.
the thrill of
Yeah.
taking another person's possession without their permission.
The best part of crime is how fun it is.
Yeah.
Well, do
It's,
you
it's,
remember?
it's how hard I get in my little underwear.
Do you remember the first
The
thing you
crack of
stole?
fat.
Coach, you're so gross, dude.
And Coach and Jeremy, do you remember the first thing you stole? Like, or when you stole something when you were really young?
My mother's
Probably
dignity.
someone's
Oh,
heart.
yeah.
And she shat herself
Stole
when
it
she
birthday.
pushed me out.
Yeah.
What happened?
I said probably
Which hole
someone's
did you come
heart.
out?
Do you reckon you've stolen a
Because
heart?
I'm a
before?
goddamn fucking Casanova, dude.
You're Coach. Coach is real smart
Coach
about himself.
Casanova.
Coach is real
How cool is Coach?
up himself. He's
Coach
better
is
than
the
Hugh.
coolest.
Actually, you know what? I gotta say I like Hugh better because at least he's not a self loving.
Yeah, that guy's a fucking
he's a
square,
bit
dude.
Hugh backpacked for only 4 weeks.
That guy doesn't.
He's a
That
bit
guy is a bit of a. Come on, we all know he's a bit of a fruit. If you catch my drift.
Oh God, Coach is
Coach loves the ladies only.
Coach seems kind of homophobic.
You're goddamn right. You'll vote no. Can't believe you lost that, boys. What an indictment of the rights of the
I remember
people.
Coach has gone from love to unlove so quickly.
Unloved.
Yeah,
This
I'm
guy
always
taking
on the
English
fence.
class.
Just
Coach.
take what you get with Coach.
And I'll give you a lot.
I stole blocks, like the blocks that the blocks with the letters on them.
Minecraft doesn't count.
No, I stole the one that had a J on it.
This kid's a
My block.
goddamn virgin.
Oh, from like a store.
No, from primary school.
Oh,
kindergarten.
stealing from school. I never suspect the students.
I've always been.
It's always the teachers who steal.
Yeah,
blocks.
you're not getting paid much. You gotta steal a stationery, sell it on the black market, make some
Oh,
fucking
my
coin.
sister would always fucking borrow my stationery and then say it's hers,
God.
and then she'd break it. And,
Oh yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I did much bad stuff to my sister because she was always teasing me and stuff. She probably did worse stuff to me. I put fake lizards in her bed once, like a fucking sitcom.
I did
I
that.
got an actual scream from the other end of the house. It was like perfect comedic
yeah, it had
timing.
fake like bugs and things.
Yeah.
And she'd hate it. The
Yeah.
glow in the dark was fun. Yeah.
Jeremy, any pranks you pulled on anyone
Yeah,
that really
actually,
resulted
we-
in
stuff. We're going down this road. We're getting closer to the worst thing
yeah,
we've done
any
to someone.
serious injuries as a
Yeah,
result?
Like, yeah, prank
Wait, how
calls.
did we get on to stealing?
Oh, I just started. with
Oh
it.
shit! I thought that was the
Such-
topic.
No.
What's the worst thing you've? Oh, I got stories.
Actually, sibling stories are great for this. Like, my
Yeah.
sister would she threw a knife at me once. It was a
Jesus.
butter knife, but she threw it, and I closed my door, and it got stuck in the door.
Okay, so that would
It was
have
so cool.
drawn blood.
Jesus.
Once I threw a remote, and I'm not like the best at throwing, but this time I really thought about hitting
Channeled
it in
my
the head.
inner goddamn
But-
fucking quarterback from the. Damn
I didn't throw it hard. I just
Coach should be able to rip a
yeah,
quarterback. Tim Tebow.
but I just open-handedly just. But I was thinking about hitting her head, and I got her right in the face, right in the forehead.
Jesus Christ.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Remotes are very solid plastic
They
as
are.
well. They are designed
Oh,
to
I
last.
was so sorry, but I was
How-
so impressed with my aim.
Yeah,
Okay, to test this, I'm gonna get the remote. You slightly chuck it at my head. We'll hear the thunk.
Okay.
It was from this distance, so
Right.
you'd be over there.
You have to be specific. It's audio. They can't see.
Okay, so
So for science,
We're gonna lightly.
well, you can't. Okay.
We'll chuck it at my head. Should I bring this up to the mic?
She had a lump.
No.
What I-
Put it.
Yeah, I did. That's the thing.
Piff it at me.
I didn't piff it. I just
Oh.
at this
I'm willing to sack. Don't talk me out of it because I'm
No,
willing
no,
to do this
okay.
for entertainment's
Just
sake.
watch. So I did this,
Oh, dude,
and I got her in the
That's
head.
gonna hurt.
that's gonna
It
hurt.
hurt.
For the podcast, he just threw it about 3 meters in an arc,
Yeah.
and the end of the remote would have hit you
Yeah,
in the
and
fucking
it
square in the
Oh my
nose.
shit! I regret. I don't think
I
I
mean-
should.
It's gonna feel like this,
Ah!
but with way more force because it's coming down through the air with gravity. On
Alright,
the
just
side.
stand above me and drop it on my head.
You don't want.
Do
Yeah.
it.
Okay. Yeah.
Do it,
Okay.
do
You
it,
ready?
do it. Yeah.
Ready?
Alright, just. Yeah. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Does that hurt?
You didn't do it.
Cinema.
They tried to
You
trick.
fucking snitch.
Try to
dude.
trick me out. Do it.
You don't
Do
want
it.
it. You
Do
don't
it.
I'll
want
do it, I'll do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
do
can't
it.
hurt my.
Oh, my boy.
It wasn't even hard. Like, I didn't hit him hard. You're making a
So-
mountain out of a molehill.
Alright,
Yeah,
so
that-
we've done the
that-
experiment.
that
We've
would've
done the
hurt.
science.
Yeah, that is probably
So
pretty
tell us
bad.
what we've
thing to-
learned from. Yeah, it hurt. She was in.
So is that the
she was
worst
in
thing
agony.
anyone could have done to anyone?
I don't think so,
that's
but
alright.
like it's a starting point.
I rest my case.
Anyone done anything like
What do you got, Coach?
sociopathy?
No, I just remembered an injury I gave to myself that was real bad. But
Oh
it
yeah,
doesn't
tell
really-
us.
The question
Worst
is.
thing- there was that time in
Did you say
primary
another
school.
It's just
person?
another
Another
There
person.
was that time in primary school where a girl sent her friend to ask me out, and I said that if she wanted to ask me out, she should do it herself. So then she came over to ask me out the next day, and I said no.
That's so good.
to her
man.
face. Sorry, Olivia. I know you like me. The coach is pretty fucking fly, so consolation bangs across the board for the ladies.
Coach Dardow's a nice nickname for Hugh, and nice into this. He's morphed into this.
Yeah, well, you know, when
sexist,
you got a
racist.
coach, you got to do what you got to do.
Homophobic.
When the girls are running around in those tight basketball
my
shorts,
God.
it's like, what's a man supposed to not just reach out and give a little tap,
Coach,
little
can I
rough
ask you a
tap?
Coach? Can I ask you a serious question that you must answer honestly?
Yeah, I'm always an honest dude.
How long have you spent behind bars?
What kind of bars we talking? Because
Bars.
I like to drink. I like to order Patron because I get paid that fucking coach paycheck. You know what I'm saying? Buy Patron for the ladies.
Do you get a lot of money working at a high
dude.
school?
I coach a lot of people, man.
What do you coach?
I coach football. I coach basketball. I love that netball, man. It's tight, short skirts, dude. The bike shorts.
yeah.
Man. I'm the coach, man. I'm the coach.
What's your favorite part of football?
The cheerleaders, my friend. It's all about the cheerleaders.
What's your-
loose skirts, high kicks. It's a perfect. It's
Coach,
a perfect, it's a perfect storm.
Coach, can I ask you about what's your favorite part of basketball?
Oh man, I gotta say, you know, like a cheerleaders in basketball. You know whose idea that was? Coach with the patent, dude. Peyton.
You started cheerleading.
Yeah, I started
How old
cheerleading.
are you?
You started cheerleading.
Coach is 146.
You look so.
I don't look
What
a
is
day
your
over
secret?
30 though.
You
man.
look
My
so
secret.
toned, dude. What?
So
What?
how'd you, what did go
You know,
down
I say
like? How'd you
sex is the best
introduce-
exercise. You know what
I'm
I'm
really
saying?
interested, Coach. How'd you introduce cheerleading into the world of sport?
I took a couple of fine young ladies and I said, "You want to make a quick dime off of this crime?" And I put them in a lineup and had them some high kicks. With a
Coach.
short skirt on them.
Coach, you
You
didn't.
know, they never used to have to wear bike shorts. And then, regulatory bodies came along and were like, you can't have underage girls high kicking in just their undies. And I was like, this is a travesty and truly an indictment of everything I stand for. But, sometimes you gotta pay the piper.
Coach, can I just if you could just block your ears, something. I'm just gonna have a quiet word with. Josh
All right,
over here.
I'm used to having to block my ears. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like this guy's committed some, just on some act that is bad, and that he should be in jail for.
No, he seems like a top player.
You like this guy?
You're all speaking real quiet over there.
Like this-
What has he ever done to us?
He's talking about women so grossly. Is
Nah,
that really, you don't want to follow that up?
No, that's how you treat women, right?
Oh, I'm gonna have a side with myself. Just give me a second. All right, audience. I'm very nervous about these two men I'm sitting with. Josh has become a misogynistic, scary person, and Hugh's got this weird new persona. I'm gonna go back in. I think I'm gonna try and get them to admit they've done something illegal because they obviously have, and I'm gonna get them arrested. Okay. All right, Josh. Yeah. Hey, Josh.
Hey, man.
Yeah, you're right. I'm so sorry. That's how you treat women. I agree with you. All
It's
right.
fucked up, man. I was just testing.
Oh no, Joshua! No! Oh my
I don't know if
God!
I can trust you.
Coach, come back.
Yo, the coach is back.
Maybe you look like a better person.
Who?
What? So, have you ever done anything bad to someone here?
Who's
Coach?
Coach? Your friend
that?
Hugh.
The coach is impeccable, morally, socially, and economically, because I'm making that fucking bank.
Do
Dude,
coaches
Cash
make-
has got a paycheck.
Do coaches make a lot of money?
Yeah, this coach does.
So you coach 3 different
Don't
sports?
reproach the coach, man. The coach knows what to do.
So you coach football? American football?
I'm just, they call me the coach. They don't call me the basketball coach or the football coach. They call me the coach.
Yeah, I'm just trying to narrow
I
in.
coach it all.
So we're
So,
talking about
basketball,
Yeah.
soccer or gridiron?
football,
Yeah.
American or
Yeah.
otherwise?
Both.
Seems like all the sports.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Badminton,
All the balls,
chess,
all the balls, the feet.
curling.
Can you coach us on life?
Give me a little helpful tip.
I feel like
Coach is stunned.
I feel like everything I'm saying is sort of a life tip.
Oh,
you know?
that's true, yeah.
It's all about ladies, and cash.
That's what life's about, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna-
I get it now.
Just so the audience knows what the fourth voice is there, we got our roommate in the room. Tash, say hello.
Hello, everyone.
I didn't know we'd have a lady on the podcast.
We have a lady
Where's-
on the panel.
You got some skirt on.
Do you want me to sit? Please sit as far away from Coach as possible.
Hey, the coach
Yeah,
can
I'm a
reach
bit
you no matter
worried.
where you are. You know, the
Yeah,
coach has
whatever.
tendrils. You know, coach has connections.
Okay, great, Coach. Can we're just doing this
Get back to the question.
yeah, we're just going to question. If you could I'm just gonna ask.
Yeah, you know what?
This side of the room.
Yeah. Why don't you shoot that question over at me and sink that? Just nothing but net. You know what I'm saying?
Josh, have you done something bad to someone?
You look.
I remember the classic. I was in grade 3 or 4.
Wait, can we clarify? Is this intentionally bad, something bad? Or
It's just what's
Just
the worst thing
that's
you've
the
done to
question.
another
The
person.
worst
So
thing,
you can.
accidental.
Okay.
Yeah, you might have to come closer because the mic. You take this chair. I'm
Oh,
gonna.
no, it's good.
Yeah, pull out the pew. Bring the skirt in
No,
closer to
we'll
the
just
table.
pew.
Coach, please keep your hands to yourself.
We'll push this table over that way.
The
so I
coach,
can
the
sit
coach
down
can't
on
help
this
that.
This is a real hodgepodge of an episode. Did you know Luke Hodge, Coach? The
Hodgie.
place for
Yeah, I
Hawthorn?
know. Yeah, I know him personally. I taught him how to kick.
Did you coach any AFL teams?
Yeah, name one. I coached it. Nah, name them all. I coached them all at the same time.
The Tasmanian Apples. Did you coach them?
That's not a team, you goddamn idiot.
Oh my god, he knows what he's talking about.
What
Yeah,
about,
this
Tasmanian
guy's
apples?
legit.
At least riff something, at least a little realistic. I can coach improv.
what
but
about the
not for
northern
you.
bin chickens?
No, that's just crazy. I don't even want to talk anymore.
Wait, Coach, can I ask you a question that's just occurred to me? Why are you suddenly have a Brooklyn accent?
Yeah, sometimes.
Right, Coach is having a weird midlife crisis.
Coach is feeling pretty good right now.
No, there was a classic when I was in grade 3, and I was sitting at the back of the class on the floor, and I let out a huge fart. It just seeped out of me. And I turned to my best friend at the time, and I go, "Oh, yuck!" And then the whole class looks at him, and he goes, in that second, everyone
You're
believed.
so mean.
And in that second, everyone believed me, and he was.
I gotta commend you for that as a slime.
Thanks, Coach.
Slime.
I thought that would impress you.
I'm always about slime maneuvers.
Tash, welcome to Don't Expect Anything, the podcast that we record
Welcome to the bullpen.
in the living room of our place that you didn't know about.
Oh well, I'm loving this podcast.
Say that's an endorsement.
So you know, I'm glad to be part of it all.
That's all right. It's is there a worse thing?
Mid-app walk-in.
Is
Just
there
decides
any-
to blow us out of the water? Like
Coach!
a swimmer that I
Coach, I'm gonna.
Ian the Torpedo Thorpe.
Coach,
Torpedo.
did you give him all that? Was he
I
the
came
one?
up with the name and the branding.
Did he
Did you
get
come up with the drugs?
I invented the Speedo.
Was Ian Thorpe in a scandal? Was that him?
No, they're all in a scandal.
No, who was that
Nah,
guy?
he just turned out to be a goddamn flaming homo.
Who was that guy? Jesus, Coach. God, Coach, you're awful. You're an awful man.
Yeah, but I'm a great coach.
Why are you down here today? Why are you on this podcast? This
He sent me an invite. I got the letter in the mail.
I was trying to send it to get a new couch.
Yeah, well, you goofed, and now you're paying the pipe.
I wanted to get a new
You
couch.
get sponsored by couches and you rocked up.
I was trying to get a
Now you're
couch
sponsored by the coach, the one and only. I like
delivered
it
for our comfiness. And
Maybe you can coach us in spelling.
too. Yeah, you had to ask me how to spell embarrassing before. That was pretty itself.
Coach, can I ask you another serious question?
Yeah, fire away.
Have you ever roofied anyone before?
Roofalin? I invented Roofalin.
You invented roofalin?
Yeah, I also coach any budding date rapists out there, you know.
What do you tell them?
Any sort of sport. Women can be considered sport, so technically, I'm your man.
So
I'm
that's
the
why
coach
your lady
himself.
number's so high. I
Yeah.
understand.
What? Oh, that's a great question. How high is your lady number, Coach?
Let's say I can't even keep track. I
See?
got no count.
You seem like
You
a.
need an Asian to keep track of it.
Oh my god. Oh, I hate this Coach guy. I hate that we're laughing at him. Because he's just. It's awesome. Coach, you seem like a kind of guy who would have a.
I'm from the old world. I'm 140, whatever the fuck.
Oh, I forgot he was. I forgot he was 140.
We must consider
Yeah,
his
it's a little bit-
perspective.
yeah,
I
it's
got
a
that
bit
old world
old-fashioned, I
mentality. I
understand.
had slaves
So-
back in the day, picking the old.
You had slaves
Potman
100
shit.
years ago.
Yeah, that was back in the old.
Well, what was your upbringing like? Where were you born?
My upbringing. Man, I was
In what year were you born? If you're 149.
49 years.
Yeah, what year is
I
that?
go to this day.
What is that? To this. Happy birthday! Oh my
Oh my God.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Coach. Happy birthday to you. Smells like 1, 2.
And many more.
Coach,
I didn't want to bring attention to it, but yeah. it's my
Coach, happy birthday.
Thank you.
So
man. What
you-
did you get me?
And
I didn't know it was your
podcast.
birthday, Dick.
Oh, hey,
But you
how do I
get a
coach
picture
that?
in this artwork.
Yeah, you
Get me
share.
anyone to coach any fine little ladies?
Can you coach the audience in something?
Oh,
maybe?
okay. Is a lady gonna burst out of the cake, or am I gonna be disappointed?
Oh shit! Can
She's
you
gonna
really?
burst out in flames?
Just as
So what,
good.
we went to the local cemetery and we found a corpse and we're
Nice,
cremating her
okay.
in front of
The
the
most
That's the
explosive looking corpse.
I
We
like that.
dug
I
up a
like-
couple.
I like explosive and energetic.
Explosive, as
gifts.
in like it's decomposed that much that the gases have caused.
It's
it to
Yeah,
it's
still
bloated
gassy.
the body. The
Right,
body's
so
like
like
a week or
literally
two.
about to explode because
Yeah.
of the gases of decomposed.
The ones that are still like
Alright.
farting and stuff.
I feel like I'm
Okay,
about
I'm
to
with you.
explode. If you know what I'm saying.
Cool.
I don't really know.
I'm gonna
This.
cream
That's a
these
pretty good
basketball
time.
shorts I'm wearing. So I'm always wearing active wear because I'm always on the job.
You do have a nice zip-up sweat hoodie on.
Yeah,
going on.
yeah.
That's
And you know
really
what the
nice.
brand is? It's Adidas. Buy
Adi-
Adidas.
Hey, can I ask you a question about Nike?
no.
What do you?
Fuck those goddamn corporate fat cat poses.
Whoa, you're
Whoa,
anti-corporate.
Nike, the sweatshops in
Wait, hold on,
What
but-
about the Puma?
Malaysia.
I gotta be.
Puma, it's a good cat. I like it.
I gotta be honest. We are zipping through questions for this enigma, and I kind of want to get back. So, what year were you born? 149 years ago today. What year was that?
Look, I'm not the coach for the math students. I'm the
Yeah,
coach
but-
for
but-
You
sports.
coach everything.
Josh, what year were you born in? Oh shit!
Can you
I was gonna prove a point about how.
Yeah, I know, it's really hard to remember what year you're born in. I'll give you that. I'll
18
pay you
something.
that.
Hey, Josh, can I ask why your mouth's frothing and your drink is also frothing? Coach, did you roofie Josh?
1880
Everything
something.
feels really good.
Did you roofie Josh? Josh, can you get your
Hey,
hand
just
off my
because I
thigh?
invented it.
Josh, get your hand off my thigh, dude.
I saved the roofies for the ladies.
Do you want to sit
already
next to
know
Coach?
that.
Do you want to sit next to Coach?
It's my luscious bosoms that have confused
Yeah,
you.
put some.
Can we
put
swap
some-
seats? I don't want to sit next to Coach, and
Put
you're
some,
obviously.
fresh, put some fresh meat next to me. I'll take care of it.
Jesus Christ.
I like this little shuffle that's going on.
So, Coach, back to Josh.
Hey, that's me.
Josh is just
Also, we have this question to
jacking
ponder.
you off right now. Josh, please stop, dude.
I only have two
Don't tell you.
hands.
I would never be caught dead being touched by a man. All right?
Yeah, but he's going for it.
Who voted no
Have
at
you
the
ever-
table? Can we just go around the table so I know who to talk to?
Coach, your accent is intriguing to me, to say the least.
You can't place it.
Can I ask you another question? Have you ever experimented before? With
Experiment in what way?
like with other.
Sorry.
Trying to get
He's,
me to leave?
he's 150 years old,
Yeah,
and
you must have
No,
been
that's
curious, right?
147.
and he looks not a day over 30. But I am curious.
13.
Have you experimented with other men? Before?
Coach, you okay?
Coach, you're gagging
Coach,
on
you
Josh's
okay?
You want me to
semen.
leave? You trying to get me to leave? And you're sick? Oh, get this guy out
Have
of
you
here.
ever been like aroused by another man before?
I would never even dream of it, sir.
You-
I wouldn't
oh.
even think. It's never even crossed my mind.
I'm gonna Google some pictures, and I want you to tell me if
If you
they're
show
hot
me
or not.
anything, I'm too wood.
If they're hot or not.
I will
okay?
not coach you at anything. You want to get better
I
at
think
sports?
you
You're
should
on your
take
own.
that risk.
You are obviously ripped. You obviously look great.
I'm more
Do you-
jacked than a rabbit. Man.
Do you admire a men's physique?
I like Terry Crews.
Oh, right. You like how he does his, like, booby
The
dance?
peck dance.
Yeah.
I
that's pretty
invented
cool.
the peck dance.
Oh,
It's
really?
Terry
Can
Crews
you
stole it
give us a
from me.
live demo?
You know I can. All right, ready for this. All right, I'm gonna do the peck dance. Everyone's
Yeah,
gonna
no.
love it.
Oh my god, you got a beat.
Yeah, peck dance. The pecks are dancing.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ!
shit.
Someone confirm the
His
pecs are
peck just
dancing.
knocked.
Oh, I got
You
hit.
know what?
I
They're
would
moving
slow.
so fast we can't even see.
Hey, could you?
You know what?
Oh, yeah,
You know
you
what?
feel it? Like my hand goes through it. The
Could you just
vibration
unzip
is
your
so
hoodie so
fast.
we can actually see the nips?
I'm picking up the pecs.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
he's doing it with
Yeah,
his
yeah.
pecs. He's
Yeah.
unzipping.
Oh
He's
my
not
god! You pinched the zip.
Sending into pecs is the thing I also invented. They got a mind of their own, and I can't control them.
Do you? What about this man, The Rock?
Dwayne the Rock Johnson is
This-
the peak. Obviously beneath me is the
See
peak.
us-
It's the peak evolution of mankind. That's what you want to aim for.
You see
So
how
there's
sweet-
like
You're above
second
the
tier
peak.
and you're the first
So there's
tier.
some mountain.
I would never touch him, man, but to oil him up would be a goddamn honor.
Oh,
So how would you do it? Like,
Oh,
just
okay.
like,
I guess I respect that.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
You
like
get
squirt
a
a
little
bottle.
tube of KY jelly in there, maybe a little bit of
okay.
olive oil.
What else? What other kinds of oils?
Yeah, coach us on the oil.
Yeah, what
I don't-
other oils?
You
You seem to be the expert.
Baby oil. There's
Yeah,
you
made
can
of
use some
babies
canola-
or made for
canola-
babies?
Made from babies. Yeah, you
Okay.
squeeze fresh squeezed baby oil. You
Yeah.
get a toddler, you put them in a blender, and you squeeze out the suds, and you get them.
What do you do with the skin
You
of
wear
the
it.
toddler? Are you Buffalo Bill? Can I ask you something serious?
You make a hat. I reckon you make a nice hat. I like hats.
So-
You know, Coach invented hats.
Coach invented hats.
Yeah.
What kind of hat was the first one you invented?
The baseball, because it's a baseball cap. It's
So,
sports related.
how would you say you were?
So
It
you
covers
invent-
all the bases. If
So-
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm
So
with you
about
now.
100.
And
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
the
it's-
sales were through the roof, and I call it a fucking home run,
So,
dude.
179, right?
Yeah.
No,
So before
140.
then, 149, sorry.
Yeah, you know,
so
close
before
enough.
then,
30 years here or there is not much to the,
before
the
then, or
coach.
before you invented hats, just no hats, no hats.
No hats at all.
And
So-
so you were about
You
120
invented
years
that.
ago. You were like, oh, baseball cap, and
So
that's how. It's
That's
done.
precisely
What
correct.
inspired you?
Me. I inspired
You
myself.
inspired yourself.
I looked at myself and I thought, what could I do for everyone
Can you,
that
can
they
you take
can't
us
do
back to
because
that
they're
moment
inferior?
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you had this
What
great
year was it?
idea?
It was a good 1884.
1880.
Were you
Does
alive?
that track?
I don't know. I'm not counting.
Does that track? That
You're not
doesn't.
Asian enough.
That doesn't track because like that's over 100.
No, that makes sense.
Coach, does it?
I
It's
think so.
2017. 100 years ago is 1917. He said 1884.
Yeah, but I'm 147.
Okay. So you were 12, 13, 14,
Yeah, I was starting.
20?
I was a prodigy.
Yeah, it's a good
I was
hat
like one of those
producing time.
Chinese kids playing the violin
Jesus.
at the concert hall. I was like 4 and I was ready to. It
What'd you call your first hat? What did it look like?
was just a baseball cap.
What year was
that
this
crazy?
again? What year was this again?
1884.
So then what year were you born?
1874.
But it's 2017, you're 149.
Yeah.
Today.
Well, I'm
No,
not,
we
I
lost-
said I'm not a coach of
we lost
numbers
a-
or math.
a year in the
I
middle.
know,
Hey, can
I know stats when it comes to baseball,
Well,
but
I
I'm
suppose
not
it was a
all
long
about
time
years.
ago.
Yeah, can I ask you a
4
question?
years.
This-
We didn't
Time's
have-
relative.
We didn't have calendars until I invented them.
This
Right.
might actually answer
I'm with you
everything
now.
about this.
Okay,
I have 2 questions. Please answer them succinctly and afterwards I finish.
Yeah, I
'cause
would never
they
stumble
kind of come
over my
together.
words.
Are you A, an immortal, and B, is your birthday a leap year? So 149 years is every 4 years. So you're actually like
yes to both.
a few thousand years old.
Yes to both.
Wait, I think
So
I
you're
can answer this.
immortal.
Yes to all questions.
I think what's happening is he's
If you
just
can think of
skipping every leap year. Like the whole year, not just the day.
Oh, see, I thought
he's
he was
leaping a year.
140.
That would make sense.
Instead
That
of
like
using
take
my-
out 4 of every 4th year.
I'm doing some
The
calculations.
numbers check out.
I'm doing some. We're gonna.
He's
throw
right.
some-
He's not a math coach.
Hold on. Let me just. 9
I
times
know,
4
if
is
I know
36.
numbers, it's about how many points you score from which part
4
of
times
the field.
4 is 30.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
hold on.
Outside the
What's
dome,
the
you
best
score
part?
at 3.
What's the best part of the field?
It's the key.
16,
It's where all the action
19.
happens.
The key?
If you're gonna see a dunk, it's coming from inside the key.
Okay.
So I've done
LeBron
some
James
calculations,
loves
and
the
I,
key.
and I think this is right. You might be 696 years old today.
Oh, human years.
Right.
Oh.
But you know, he did say
I thought
he
you
was
all
born
knew
with
that.
his
I thought I
calendar
was
was
amongst
messy,
it.
so,
Wait, are you a
it's-
human coach?
I thought I was in the
going
company
to
of people who
coach
had some
years.
fucking brains.
Coach years. I didn't understand. So you're an immortal 96-year-old coach?
Human
Yeah.
years.
What did you coach back in like the
Well, you
1500s?
know, they used to play stickball a lot.
Oh,
They used to
stickball's
play
fucking
jousting. I was a jousting
Alright,
coach.
can you explain stickball to us?
Stickball, you get a stick.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
But guess what? You get a stick. You want to finish the rest of it for me? You said
Get an armadillo. You roll it
And
up.
you get a ball?
you get a ball. This guy's crazy. You got to get him out of here, man.
He's still really
And then you
rolling
just,
around.
you just shoot the
Josh, can
stick
you
with the
stop?
ball and you play stickball.
Get off
Oh,
my buttocks.
I'm with you
dude.
now. You know what? I used to play that
You
back
get
in
it.
the
They
day.
used to
But
play
they're
that
just
game where
so
you
juicy.
throw the ball through the gladiators, the
Yeah.
Christians fighting lions or Jews or whatever. I was there.
Can I ask
I wasn't
about...
paying attention. but-
Now, I know it's the elephant in the room. The period of 1941 to
You said period. The coach finds that quite amusing.
from about 1941 to 1945-ish.
Yeah.
What were you doing?
There was a man with you probably remember him with a funny mustache. I just sort of, helped him out. Right-hand man, they call
Chaplin?
him.
Yeah.
Wingman in the club. I helped him get laid a little. You know, that Eva Brown? Damn, she was a cutie.
Are you talking about Hitler?
Adolf, you know it?
Have you read the news lately?
The coach doesn't read the news. The coach makes the news.
Do you know what World War II is?
Do you know what happened with that guy?
Yeah, with Hitler, Adolf.
He was a chill dude. He was a loose dude with a root
When
tooth.
was the last time you saw him?
Oh, Jesus Christ, that takes me back.
In a pit covered in fire.
No, it's clubbing in Berlin, having a good time, talking up the ladies.
How old were you
Talking
guys?
about how he was going to kill 6 million Jews, and I was like, this guy's crazy.
How old were you back then?
What? 55, dude.
You were 55, and you looked a day over.
Probably.
You didn't look a day over 12.
Yeah, but they still let me in. Coach don't need no ID. Coach knows the. Coach knows the.
Can I ask you one
the
question?
score.
Coach made the idea.
Yeah.
And I know this is probably where all your insecurities stem from. Did you and Hitler have like a thing?
Dude, I would never touch it. I would never.
Do you
go
know-
near it.
you-
I was helping the
You
dude
know,
get
it's okay.
laid.
You can
Yeah,
tell us,
this
and
is
we
a-
won't judge
All
you.
right.
Whoa, Coach, what's it? Is
The
this
coach
Hitler's-
is feeling a little persecuted. The coach is gonna leave.
Coach,
Well,
coach,
The coach
coach.
is gonna leave.
I'm taking
Coach is
something.
Coach, he's leaving.
The coach is out of
He
here.
just left.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna take
And
a-
why'd you ask him that question?
I found
See, look, now the interview's over.
Oh,
what
Already
looks to
done.
be.
Oh, who's sitting? Oh, Hugh.
What's up, Zach? Bumped into some guy in the hallway. That guy's
That was weird.
It's really weird.
Did
Did
he
you
try-
know that mean that my hat was his idea?
That's a nice baseball hat, by the way. I
Oh,
like
yeah,
it.
but like obviously that guy didn't invent it, right? Like
That was
he was
odd.
rambling about some shit. That guy was fucked up.
Man, you have to listen back to this because he admitted some
You
shit.
duck out to get some snacks for 2 minutes, and this fucking guy comes in.
That was odd, and it was
And you-
longer than 2 minutes. Let me check the record. Yeah, it was like half an hour. You
Just
were
while
gone
he's out of the room, guys, I've discovered something. His bag was open, and I saw something quite interesting.
for. Oh my god!
I picked it up. It looks to be
Oh, show us.
Hitler's missing testicle.
Ah! Yeah! It looks.
Yeah, it's like dry but still like soft.
I know.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah, like,
You
it's
You
got
can
a
still
squid.
tell. Like,
I wonder
can
how he
squish it.
preserved it.
Well, it's in a
Wait,
pickle
just,
jar.
just listen to this. Listen. Like that's a weird sound.
Dude, can I have the pickle jar that it came in? I want to try some of that water.
Yeah, you go.
Thank you.
Was it? Is it salty or?
Thank you for listening to Don't Expect Anything, the podcast where we suddenly went from 3 people to 6.
That's fine.
Hey, you don't
Well,
count
he's-
coach. I guess coach is an immortal, not a.
Not a
But
people.
that guy seems like he's
He probably doesn't
fills
even
the
like
room.
Grace.
you know what we should do next time is have you and coach have a conversation. Then I'm like, just
You know
you two,
what? Yeah,
you
I
two
think that'd be
boys
great
having a convo. I think you guys are really bond. So that's next
Yeah.
week.
All right, I'm up for it.
We'll bring
So-
coach back. Coach and Hugh will talk.
Maybe
It'll
we'll
be
actually
great.
buy a couch.
He seems like a complicated guy. I feel like I could really.
Hey.
Hi.
Whoa. There's an echo in this room.
Hello. Hello.
Whoa. Oh my god, that's crazy.
But it only works for me. It doesn't work for me.
What happened? It broke.
How do you break an echo?
I don't know. What? Let's try and shout relevant podcast information into this echo and see what happens.
Okay,
Alright?
okay.
I'll try see if it works for me, and then you give it a go. Right? Email addresses, don't expect anything at podcast@gmail.com. Nothing. So weird. Alright, you do the where they can follow us on
our
Facebook.
socials, Facebook and Twitter are DEA Podcast. No?
Nothing.
No.
That was weird.
No.
What a weird little happenstance. Just a weird little echo.
Echo.
Oh!